everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Shikha Prasad, lecturer of economics from the Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science. Now, today I am going to explain you about the law of diminishing marginal utility. As we know that the law of diminishing marginal utility is one of the most important theories of consumer behavior. It is a most important law studied under the microeconomics. If I say that in brief, if I have to explain you about the law, then I can say that as consumption of a particular good increases, marginal utility of that particular good must be decreases. Now let's start about the theory. Law of diminishing marginal utility. This law was first propounded by Professor Cusson but was discussed in detail by Professor Alfred Marshall in his book Principles of Economics, published in the year 1890. The law of diminishing marginal utility is universal in character. It is based on common consumer behavior that utility derived diminishes with the increase in consumption of commodity. Now, this theory explains that the utility derived from each successive units of consumption must diminish. So, it explains the diminishing character of the marginal utility with the consumption of each successive units. And it is a universal in character, means it is applicable everywhere. Now, what is the law? Statement of the law. According to Professor Alfred Marshall, other things remaining constant, the additional benefit which a person derives from a given increase in his stock of a thing diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. In his definition, Marshall explains that a person derives additional benefit from given increase in the stock of a thing and his utility diminishes with every increase in the stock that he already has. It means as consumer consume more units of commodity of a particular commodity, his marginal utility from every increasing unit must diminishes. In simple words, we can define the law of diminishing marginal utility describes a familiar and fundamental tendency of human behavior. This theory can be seen everywhere. It is the human behavior. The law of diminishing marginal utility states that as a consumer consumes more and more units of a specific commodity, utility from the successive units, means further units, goes on diminishing. Now, assumptions of the law. As we know that any law in microeconomics can be based on certain assumptions, and these assumptions are those things on which the law is based. Now, one by one, I can explain you about all the assumptions. First, various units of good are homogeneous. It means during the working on application of the law, if a consumer is consuming certain thing or certain good, the good are homogeneous. It means similar in nature. If a consumer is consuming mango, then he consumed the same kind of mango in further units. Next, there is no time gap between the consumption of different units. It means if consumer is taking first unit, just after that he takes the other unit and there is no time gap between the consumption. Third, consumer is rational. In economics, a rational consumer is that consumer which wants to satisfy more and increase is maximum satisfaction. Now, taste, preference and fashion remain unchanged. It means during the working of the law, the taste or preference or fashion remains unchanged. Consumer possess perfect knowledge of the market and the price in the market. Now, no price changes. It means the price of good remains constant. Next, it assumes law of marginal diminishing utility. This law assumes that marginal utility diminishes. It means, as we have seen when we are studying about the relationship between marginal utility and total utility, we see that from the first unit total utility increases and from the first unit marginal utility diminishes after taking successive units of consumption. Now, utilities of different commodities are independent of each other. It means each particular unit and its utility are independent, not dependent upon another. Next, law of diminishing marginal utility. Now, what we have learned that it is that law in which if a consumer consumes more units of commodity, his utility derived, marginal utility derived from each successive unit diminishes. Now, this theory directly explains the relationship between marginal utility and the units of consumption. The relationship between units of consumption and the marginal utility is always inverse. It means as we consume more and more units of consumption good, the marginal utility derived from the consumption of every successive unit diminishes. The relationship is explained with the help of schedule. Units of consumption, that is 1 unit, 2 unit, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Now, as we have explained you that total utility increases from the first unit. Just after taking 1 unit, total utility is 10, marginal utility is also 10. But after consuming 1 extra unit, total utility is the addition, so it becomes 18 and the marginal utility diminishes to 8. Now, we have to focus on the marginal utility and the units. As we have seen that when units increases, marginal utility derived from each unit diminishes 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0 and -2. So, this relationship can be explained with the help of the diagram in which when the marginal utility is on the y-axis is, and the units of consumption of units of oranges are on the x-axis. When consumer consume 1 unit, he get maximum marginal utility from that, that is 10. When he consume 1 extra unit, 2, then the marginal utility diminishes to 8 and consumer comes from point A to point B. Now, when he consume 1 more extra unit, that is the 3rd unit, marginal utility diminishes to 6 and he comes from point B to point C. As far as the consumer consumes the 6th unit, he gets 0 marginal utility, means no marginal utility. It means the 6th unit doesn't give any utility to the consumer. So here the MU curve touches the x-axis and it becomes 0. Now if consumer continues to consume one more extra unit, that is the 7th unit, then he doesn't get anything from that consumption and it gets a negative marginal utility. For example, if I explain you in the terms of any example that when you eat more and more food, what will happen? That uh, you feel like vomiting, and you also not feeling good. Then that unit of consumption doesn't give anything, but it is a kind of dissatisfaction that shows negative marginal utility. So you can see in the diagram that the marginal utility curve downward sloping and it is negative at the point unit 7. So there are 3 stages. First, when the marginal utility curve going to fall. Second stage, when it comes to 0. And the third stage, when the marginal utility curve gets negative. Marginal utility curve is downward sloping because of the fact that consumption of successive unit gives less satisfaction. Now, we have some exceptions of the law of diminishing marginal utility. It means that there are some conditions or certain situations at which the law doesn't work. Before explaining the law, I have explained you some assumptions that there is no time gap between the consumption, the consumer is a rational consumer, and few more. So if we follow those assumptions, then the law is applicable, and if we doesn't follow or violated those assumptions, then the law doesn't apply on that certain situation. So let's see what are the exceptions and why these exceptions occurs, and why on these situations the law doesn't work. Now the first exception is hobbies. It is often argued that in the case of hobbies like stamp collection, collection of antique goods, collection of old coins, etc., every additional unit gives more pleasure. It is right. That is, marginal utility tends to increase in certain situation if we have a hobby of collecting more coins, more photos, more antique goods, then every additional unit gives more pleasure. It means the marginal utility at the place of diminishing, it gets increased. No doubt this is true, but it is not a genuine exception to the law of diminishing utility, because in such case homogeneity condition of the law is violated. Now it means that the collection of coins and the collection of goods, in certain situation the goods which the person is collecting is not of similar nature, so in certain situation the law doesn't work. Second point, alcoholic. The law seems to be inapplicable to alcoholics as intoxicants increases with every successive dose of liquor. This is true, but the rationality condition of the law is violated. It means a person who drinks or take alcohol doesn't be a rational consumer. He doesn't think about the good or bad. So in certain situation the law doesn't work. Next, misers. In case of a miser, it is pointed out that the greed increases with additional acquisition of money. Hence, the marginal utility of money does not diminishes for him with more and more money. It's correct that if a person have more greed of money, then additional acquisition of money gives more satisfaction. So in certain situation the law doesn't work. Music and poetry. Next, in the case of music and poetry, it is commonly experienced that a repeat gives a better satisfaction than the first one. Hence, it is thought that the law of diminishing marginal utility may not be applicable here. Next one, reading. Since more reading give more knowledge, a scholar would get more and more satisfaction with every additional book. Knowledge and satisfaction increases by reading different books and not the same book over and over again. Thus, here the law is also not applicable due to homogeneity of good. If a consumer read only one book every time, then his marginal utility must decrease. Next, power. This is an exception to the law because when a person acquires power, his lust for power increases. He desires to have more and more of it. So in such situation also the law doesn't work and the marginal utility of getting more power does not diminishes. It will increase. Now, thus these are some exceptions to the law of diminishing marginal utility in which the law of diminishing marginal utility does not apply. Thank you for listening and watching this video.